Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So just a little quick shout out, congratulations to Blue Nola Tarot, because I just saw that she also hit 10,000 subscribers today. So it's a good day to celebrate being a psychic, I guess. I love her. If you guys haven't checked her out, definitely do so. I haven't been watching her videos as much lately because I always like try to avoid, if I see somebody reading on the same current thing that I am, you know, to wait and watch their video after I've done mine. So I'm going to go back and watch some of hers later. But this is the reading we have all been waiting for. Baphomet Jenner, aka Kris Jenner. What should we know about her? You know, is she the evil stepmother, wicked stepmother, you know, pet mama Kris, whatever people call her, or is she misunderstood? Let's see. So please join us and answer any questions that we have in regards to Kris Jenner, her family, her relationship with Corey Gamble, anything that you can tell us, Spirit. We ask only with the intention of understanding and clarity, not with any bad intent, although of course we are just being nosy as heck. Thank you, Spirit, for joining us. Please bless all who we ask about in this reading, as well as all who watch and participate. Archangel Michael, thank you for coming in and protecting us as we go into this energy. We know that we definitely need your back right now. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit guides. Thank you, ancestors, for coming in. I love you. Amen. I did already burn some protection and incense in my room while I was getting prepared for this, but still light a little bit of extra sage. Tell you, there's a reason why all of us readers like don't really like being in the Kardashian Jenner energy. So I know some people asked if they do magic. Yes, they do. If it isn't the exact same, it's very similar to a Middle Eastern darker magic called Horsha. I don't know what the English name for it is. All I know is how they used to pronounce it in Assyrian, like my ex-husband's family. So she definitely does that. And I'll tell you this, like the first thing that I picked up, like energetically, is that some of the work that she has her spiritual people do for her is about trying to block people from being able to see what they're doing. So it's not that strong or as strong as she thinks it is, but she definitely does try that. Alrighty, so the first row is definitely, you know, there's the World, the King of Cups, Death, Four of Pentacles, and the Empress. So it's talking about, you know, obviously having to kind of switch her life from being reliant on Rob Kardashian Sr. to her being fully like, I have to take care of the family and I have to do things. Obviously, because we've all seen what has gone on, you know, did she take it a little too far or whatever, but it's, you know, showing that she was out there chasing the bag by any means possible. And there is this magician energy with this Eight of Pentacles, which is telling me that, you know, that by any means necessary, like, do we use spiritual help in things? Yes, we do. We do. So that was just our, you know, confirmation and letting us know. Because usually that past first row that I pull, you guys, is just letting me know that the card spirit is connected to that energy by confirming things that we do already know, so that we can go ahead and look at the present and the future going forwards. If you book a reading with me, you'll see that when I pull your cards, I always do get that. I ask you guys, you know, does this sound like what happened? Just so that way we know we're in the right energy, and then we can move forward from there. So she's, you guys, right now, this bottom of the deck energy is the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Wands. I mean, obviously we know that there is this Hulu deal coming, but she's also seeing that she has to change the way that they do things. You know, like the old ways stopped working. We have to pivot and keep up with what is going on now. So she's in this like state of mind of really trying to figure out, like, if the pandemic drags on for another year, are people still gonna even want to buy Skims, you know, because why do you need shapewear if you're in the house all day long, you know? Like, she's really trying to figure out, how does she keep everybody's businesses running, and how does she keep things going, you know, moving forwards. Does anybody know, because I know Ryan Seacrest like played a big part in their keeping up with the Kardashian success and getting the show going and all of that stuff. Does anybody know if he's still a part of any of those things? Because there's this Hangman, this King of Wands, and Seven of Pentacles. And it's like, he started seeing that he's not making money off of them anymore. Ratings are down. People aren't really into this any longer. And with this Wheel of Fortune and this Five of Wands, it's talking about that she did have to go in a different direction, so that with the Sun and this Page of Pentacles, they can keep the money coming in. However, because it's showing up as a Page of Pentacles energy and not so much as a, like, you know, Queen or King of Pentacles or a Ten of Pentacles or anything like that, what it's telling me is that the money is still coming, but not as much as what they're used to. So it's like, if before, like, oh my God, you know, we're going to give you $80 billion to have a Netflix deal or something. Now it's like, well, Hulu said they'd give you guys $10 million to split amongst the 20 of you, or however many there is of you. And, you know, and then you got to do that for 8 years. And it's like, okay, we'll take it because we don't have any other options. You know, like, I don't feel like anybody being too thrilled about like their financial situation right now. And Kris is really stressed over that. Also, you guys, she thinks that the demise of Kim's marriage with this Two of Cups and this Three of Swords, then the Seven of Swords, the Moon card, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, she thinks that, like, if Kim and Kanye split up, that it's gonna affect their brand. Like, oh my God, we already saw, like, our brand was threatened when you dumped Kris Humphries. Kanye coming in, turn things around for us. Now, what the hell are we gonna do if you leave him? Like, is that gonna affect us? Because I keep getting this energy of Kris being like, Kim, just wait. Kim, just wait. Kim, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Okay. How is this Hulu deal going to go for Kris Jenner and the clan? I always call her Baphomet Jenner and her cousin of succubi children. After Benny Drama like played her as like Satan in his videos, I was like, oh, that is the perfect name for her. And then I heard somebody else say that they call them like the witches of Calabasas or something like that, and I was like, that's what you guys are forever in my mind now. So every time I see Kris Jenner, like, I always just keep like being like, where's your wings? Where's your red gloves with the claws on them that Benny Drama's always wearing? And that's he's Benito Skinner here on YouTube and Benny Drama 7 on Instagram. He has the funniest remakes of them and skits on them. It's hilarious. Like, I love all of his stuff, but And the Kardashians always comment on it too and laugh. And the way that he always does Khloe, and she's like crying. I was like, oh my gosh. Or when he does Kourtney. That is like so rude. I can't believe you even said that to me. Like, he does the perfect. You guys have to check it out. He just did one for their Christmas. Alrighty. So at first they're gonna have their sort of like staple viewers, you know, the people who do support them regardless, like coming, you know, over and supporting this and seeing like what's this new stuff all about. But over time, I just get with this the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, it's like people losing interest, you know. It's like this content that you guys are putting over here is not only not even more, like it's not as like, trying to think of how to say it, like, you know, it's not better than Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and that was boring, and this is even more boring. Like, why do we want to just sit here like and watch you guys eat salads on Hulu instead of on E? Like, that kind of energy. A lot of their core like people that did like be really into them too, with this Wheel of Fortune, the Devil card, and the Three of Cups in reverse, it's talking about like people are just growing out of it. It's like, we grew up, I don't really care, like it's just not my thing anymore, you know. Like, I don't really idolize Kylie Jenner anymore. Like, I don't want big fake lips, I don't want this, I don't want that. So it's just a lot of that kind of stuff that's gonna actually end up leading to, you know, things not working out very well for them going forwards. Expect though, like Kris Jenner is definitely going to be trying to partner up with as many people as she can who are like bigger names in the spotlight for this stuff. So like expect that, you know, if we're having a show like about Kris's day-to-day life, like, oh look, Kris is hanging out with Cardi B, and then like Cardi B's fans are going to tune into the show because they want to see like how does Cardi B and Kris Jenner doing together. But then it's like the next episode, well, Cardi B's not on here, so why the hell am I going to watch it? You know, like, but it is about her trying to team up with the people that she thinks are going to keep their name in the spotlight, keep the money coming to them. Because with this Lovers card, it is definitely talking about working with other people to secure the limelight and to secure the financials. Now, she's trying to get one of her kids, like, to have a really big, like, high-profile relationship. This is probably Kylie or Kourtney. She doesn't really, I mean, and I know, like, oh, Kendall's the one who's always single and she's the only one that doesn't have kids or whatever. I don't really feel like Kendall, like, she knows that people aren't going to be, like, so wrapped up in whatever Kendall has to do. I mean, it's just, Kendall, like, I don't have any problems with her. It's just, she's kind of boring. It's like, what is exciting about Kendall? Not a whole lot, and she's aware of that. But I do see her trying to pair, you know, one of her kids up with this guy that's gonna, like, really get everybody talking. Oh my God, did you see Kourtney's dating Brad Pitt? Like, like, you know, that kind of energy. Just so that way they can get the attention back on them. But with this Nine of Swords, like, I don't feel it working out. Like, either everybody's going to be like, this is PR, we don't care. Or it's like, you know, like, we just see right through it. Like, people aren't going to respond to it. Because there's this Eight of Swords here underneath her showing up as this Empress. Because this is talking about not only her being a mom to, like, a bazillion children, but also her constantly having to be in this creative energy to keep things going and keep things coming in, keep the, you know, attention and love on them. But what's worked in the past is no longer working, and she's having a hard time figuring it out. So honestly, guys, I keep getting this thing that's like, I don't know how long their deal is for with Hulu. If it's like, oh, like we have a 5-year production deal with them. it might start out like, oh my God, you know, the life of Kris Jenner and oh, let's follow Chloe around and this and that. And it's like when they see like, oh my God, people don't care about you and your family as much anymore. Like we don't really need to follow you day to day and see what you're up to because we just don't really care. We've moved on from that. Then I feel like all of a sudden we're going to get different kind of content that doesn't have them, but it has their name stamped as the producers. Like Kim Kardashian produced this special on women in prison, you know, like we'll get like stuff like that where it's like, oh, like we don't really see them, but we know that they had their hand in it, you know, and that's sort of their way of fulfilling the production deal, but without them having to be the liabilities that are going to complicate it, if that makes sense. So, let's see. Spirit, what is the relationship between Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble? And then we'll start asking about individual people. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This might end up having to be a two-parter, guys. We'll see. You guys, do they even actually really have sex with each other? I don't get any real love cards here. She's looking at Corey being in her life as like, I mean, she comes up as the Queen of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles and the Hangman and the Five of Swords. It's like Corey is her errand boy. It's a good look for her. It, you know, like, oh, I don't know why, like, it keeps feeling like an old lady and old man companionship kind of relationship more than like we're in love with one another. We have this great sexual chemistry or anything like that. It's more just like, well, I need somebody on my arm because that's a good look for me. And then you being a black man, that makes it even better. And then, yeah, everybody thinks you're obsessed with me. So, like, that's cool. It's not like, oh, my God, I love you. Like, I don't get any of, like, Kris Jenner actually, like, loving this man whatsoever. They fight a lot, too. A lot. But he just sort of goes along with it. One of them's going to walk away from each other. Corey actually did go into this, like, I mean, there was a financial aspect to this with him. This Ace of Wands and this Three of Pentacles. But on the other hand, I also get that Corey actually did, like, kind of care about her. But like I said, all that fighting and stuff, and I feel like he's sort of come to this understanding that he's maybe like a pawn or just there for her own purposes, because there's this Temperance energy over this with this Nine of Swords and then the Seven of Wands. So it's like he figured it out and now he understands, like, I'm just here as, like, you know, your show off, side piece, errand boy, whatever. There's gonna be a falling out between them, you guys. Because there's this Eight of Cups. And I don't feel like it is about, you know, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Like, I just feel like at some point, like, Kris Jenner's like, I'm tired of you. But Corey, it's more like I already know Corey's about to walk out the door, so I'm going to say it's over before he can. You know? Alrighty, let's see. Spirit, who's going to leave who? Let's see. Yes or no? Is Kris Jenner leaving Corey? Kris Jenner the one that's going to leave Corey, Spirit? Yes or no? Yeah. She's the one that's leaving. It's so weird. There's 7 of Cups, the Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles, and then the 2 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. So, yeah, she's looking at it as, like, it's not as big of a financial benefit to her anyways anymore. And it's like, I need to make the decision to walk away from you before you walk away from me because, of course, Kris Jenner always has to be the spend doctor and everything, right? God forbid something happens and she can't spin it to her advantage. So, let's see. Spirit, how does Kris Jenner feel about Kanye West? And you guys, I feel like this breakup between Kris and Corey is going to come sometime in this next year. Probably more like late summer-ish. I think they broke up for a while back, and everybody was all like, oh, what happened? And then they just suddenly popped back up again together. And I feel like it's, you know, going to be one of those things where all of a sudden we just don't see Kris with Corey anymore. And then all of a sudden, like 6 months later, we're hearing that she's with somebody else. I'm very curious to see how Kris feels about Kanye. Well, that's not a surprise. So our bottom of the deck energy is the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. What Spirit is saying is this is about, like, if you guys do look at the time that, you know, Kim Kardashian was going through her 72-day marriage and divorce, everybody was like jumping on her to cancel her. Then what happens? All of a sudden Kanye's around, we all forget about that, and everybody's all focused on Kanye. And then all of a sudden, that's when we started seeing the Kardashians getting their most bougiest, right? Khloe started getting 1 million face surgeries. She's on like her 58th face at this point. You know, they were suddenly getting dressed by designers and, you know, all upgrading their homes and their lives and everything. And that was like, Kris understands, and she really does still feel like Kanye served a purpose of bringing financial stability, success, and turning things around for them. However, now with this Judgment and the Sun card, with this Lovers and this 10 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Tower, she really sees that if they cannot control Kanye anymore, she really thinks that he's going to be their downfall. She really, really, really thinks Kanye is going to be the person that is going to take them all down if they don't keep him in the family. He's going to talk. He's going to tell everybody everything, because this is talking about things coming to light. And because there's this hermit and this world behind it, it's hidden secrets being exposed by this man because of his heartbreak, and he causes them a tower moment and takes all their money and success with him when this happens. So she's trying her hardest right now with the 3 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the Page of Cups to stay on Kanye's good side and to make them fix whatever is going on. So it's like, Kim, I don't care if you're not happy. This man's going to destroy us. Stay with him. Like, you guys can live apart. Go fuck him once a month so that he's in a good mood. You know, go spend a weekend in Wyoming. Give him some booty. Give him whatever he needs. Tell him he's wonderful and great. And then you come back and spend the rest of the month here in Calabasas with us but don't you dare let this man take us down. She's very concerned about him. It's the second time that we got this in here. About her seeing and being worried about the way that things are going. Okay, Spirit, how does Kanye West feel about Kris Jenner? Spirit, how does Kanye West feel about Kris Jenner? And you guys, if I don't answer certain questions on here, we just applied for our monetization today. I know this video would be the thing that they'd be like, nope, over. I am not a greedy person. I actually want to start a scholarship fund. And so that's what I did the monetization for, so we can put that money towards the side for that. But so we will, certain questions that we have in regards to the things that Kris Jenner does to people, we will have to answer that on Station Head next week. So please, please, please keep that in mind. Alrighty. Wow. Okay. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, Page of Swords, bottom of the deck energy. Him and Kris bump heads all the freaking time. And he sees her as basically this master manipulator. He sees her as, you know, you want to control everything. And it's like, but I'm not letting you do that. So they have argued and bumped heads a lot. Kanye's really tried to give Kris the benefit of the doubt over the years and love her, because she's connected to his wife, because it's talking here about the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. So it's like, because of who I'm connected to, because of who I love, you know, I do try to treat you with kindness, although Kanye has always had his reservations about Kris. He thinks she's smart and a good businesswoman, but on a personal level, he thinks she's sneaky and he doesn't actually trust her. He also knows, you guys, with the Six of Swords, the Two of Cups, and this Tower card, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and 4 of Swords, that not only if he leaves, does he end up like causing them a tower moment, but he's very aware that they will try to hit him every way that they can, as hard as they can, and punish him for this. So it's like, if my money is going to be affected, if my success is going to be affected, if my fame is going to go down, if people are going to look at me a type of way because you don't want to be associated with us anymore, then I know for sure y'all are going to come and try to get me, you know, take the kids away from me, bankrupt me, take my businesses, do whatever you can, because he feels like, especially Kris Jenner is a very, like, vengeful person at times. So let's cut that off here because we're at 28 minutes, and we'll do a part 2 with how her relationships are with other people, because otherwise then it takes all day to upload a video if it's longer than 30 minutes. I love you guys. If you want to book your own personal private reading with me, all my information is in the description box below. Make sure you follow me on Station Head so we can ask about the evil KJ questions that we can't on here. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We are doing a giveaway for 1,000 subs. So I love you so much, and I will see you in a minute.